Okay, so welcome to today's race. This was a very interesting race for multiple reasons, and we will find out why very soon. So, we are running an Audi today, and of course, this is a car that I've really only driven a few times. So, I haven't got a lot of practice, but I did get to throw down 2 practice runs and time lapse before this race. So, this may be a bit interesting. Let's see how the first corner goes. I have very little faith into how this goes, and about a couple of people decided to go invisible. It's kind of interesting when that happens. Personally, I would love to have it more realistic when all cars go invisible. Of course, there's going to be idiots driving, and I understand why that's a good idea, why cars go invisible, so that you just don't mess up your car, but at the same time, or other drivers, and it cuts down on people who wanting to just be douches, but it kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. And I would say maybe if you cause too many accidents, you get kicked out of a race. Maybe if you cause 3, you're gone kind of idea, maybe. Or if you drive backwards for more than 10 seconds or 5 seconds, maybe kick the person up, but that's just something they're not going to be changing that, I don't think, anytime soon. And of course, there's always mishaps that happen anyways when it comes to a race. Sometimes it's not your fault, and the computer thinks it is your fault. But we're going to be pulling up on 3rd position and see if we can hang with these players or these cars a bit. We can currently see 2nd and 3rd position in our sights, and I think that I have a bit better of a line, other than that corner, than player 3. So player 3 is going to be probably with us, and I just lost it. But that happens. So we currently are sitting in 4th. We look to be the only Canadian on this track. I think there was one other, but he's way off of that top 8 or did not finish, or something happened. I don't know what happened to him. A couple of Americans, and not very good with flags. Maybe that's Israel in 3rd place. It's a small screen that I'm looking at anyways. But currently we are on our 2nd lap, and we're not doing too bad. We've got a lot of space in front of us to gain, but also a little bit of space behind us to be at least stationed away from some cars. Did you see that guy go flying? So there's the instant replay that I thought I would put on there, and of course I thought it would be a good idea to go around that pylon. I would rather not go flying. But that was kind of an interesting thing. You always see these glitches once in a while in Gran Turismo, and that's just one of them. I guess when it comes to the pylons, it tends to, when they knock over, they have maybe a block or something to them where they're supposed to bounce off of the cars and whatever else may be around, but because that point is facing the car, or the car is driving into the point, would be probably a flat curve up in the blocks in the game. From what I know about game design, they design everything in blocks. So I guess that's some kind of a glitch where instead of it bouncing off the car or just going underneath the car when it's tipped over like that, it just makes the car go catapulted. It's kind of an interesting thing. Maybe you can try it on a time lap. You just go around just for fun and see how fast you can go. We'll try knocking down one of the pylons, back up a little bit and drive over it and see what happens. So it would be kind of interesting if that was to continue through or if that was just a glitch in this game. Either way, that was kind of funny. But we're now pulling up on 3rd position. We're still on our 2nd lap, near the end of the 2nd lap anyways, and we're starting to at least catch up to 3rd position. 5th position is gaining a little bit on me. I'm about to be passed with him. He's about half a second behind me. So we're pulling up on 3rd anyways. We can maybe have a little bit of a battle. Might be in his slipstream a bit, possibly. Usually you have to be, I think, around a half a second away or so we might be just outside of that, but I thought I was going to try and take the inside corner on that, but I just could not get that. There goes that pylon that we seen launches people away. It is quite interesting, depending on your angle that you take out of the corner, you can gain a lot of time. So we're going to try and do a good corner back-to-back here to catch up on player 3, 3rd position. We're starting to get good position on this, and we're going to take the inside, hit him a little bit, but no penalty. I'm solidly, I would say, in third position. I am in a pole position. This will be interesting because now there's the 2 cars behind me who are going to be battling it out, and you can watch the review mirror. And okay, so now we're pretty well in line with each other. I better be getting my shifts right, which doesn't always happen. I'd better be taking my corners perfectly, which again doesn't usually happen. They're going to take me one on the inside, so I'll give them a little bit of space, and then we'll pull out. That was a pretty good turn. I cut him off earlier than I normally would so that we can get good position on. We're going to try and take this corner perfectly. I'm going to hug the corner. I'm going to pull out. I'm going to try and play a little bit of defensively, as this is our second last lap, but I don't really want to cut my time down too much. He is hitting my back quite a bit. Surprised he hasn't got a penalty yet. Almost kicked out my rear tire. Got 2 cars hitting me. No penalties on him yet as far as I can see. Play a little bit defensively, but again, trying to keep a perfect line. That way, we can keep him behind me and I can try and be quicker. He's going to try and pit maneuver me, but that just did not work. I'm going to try and take the inside, keep him out, so I can then turn on the inside here, and that somewhat worked, but I think he got the better line. I am pulling ahead though, so that is good. This is our last lap. Can we stay in third position? This will be very, very interesting to see. He's going to try and take the inside. I might try to brake a little bit earlier and get a perfect inside. Oh, I didn't see that guy there. He somehow got a penalty on that, so that'll be interesting. It's interesting sometimes you see penalties. I don't know if he picked I think he picked that up there, but I'm pretty sure he picked that up earlier. Maybe you just don't see penalty or people getting penalties in your rear view. I always thought you would be able to, but then again, you can't see their name either. I'm going to try and somehow not crash into this guy. You don't want to get penalties in my last lap. That just screws you for good. And then we're going to try and get into its slipstream. Cut a bit too early there. I thought we might be able to take the inside, but that never happened. He is about to be braking up there, but they go invisible when they brake for their penalty time. So we're going to try and pass him and get into third. When that happens, I'm going to take the inside of this. He got a penalty. I bet he better got a penalty there anyways. Can't see in the rear view, but this guy's going to be 1 second doesn't go very long. He's going to try and break through, but he did. That was a very risky move. If you've seen that rear view, that was just crazy. But he's going to try and cut me off. He's probably going to get a penalty for that. I'm going to be slightly able to try and push him off the track, but that didn't work for me. And I never picked up the penalty, which is good. I did take a horrible angle or corner there. That was bad. I just basically screwed myself out of a possible third and definitely fourth position. But we'll see what happens. We're going to push through and got a couple turns left. We're going to try and stick these perfectly. At least I'm going to try. I'm still trying to get better at these turns. But we're going to hop the turn here and we're going to just go for it and see what happens. I'm in fourth. Somebody must have got kicked. Anyways, we won. I'll see you guys in my next video.